What's going on, guys? Josh Carter here with One Objective. In today's video, oh, we got James here. Sorry, didn't forget you. Sorry, man.
Whatever. Shit.
Sorry. So, we got a good video for you guys today. As you can see, it's already starting off good. So, but anyways, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dig into this boat here right after this. All right, guys, so we just got the PWR 129, and we did a live just a little while ago, so if you haven't seen that, you can also go in there, because we answer a few questions from some people that were asking about it on there. So, but we just wanted to do another video and just kind of go over everything, basically what was on that too. So, but we're going to give you a first reviews. We've never been in this boat. I mean, we haven't been in the water in this boat. We got it. This is a customer's boat. We couldn't go totally crazy with rigging, so some of the stuff you're going to see is we didn't mount it properly like it should be.
Yeah, and some of it, like, we just got the accessories on here. They're plain Jane. They're not rigged out like with graphs and everything like that we hope to be able to do here in the next couple weeks or within the next month or so.
Yeah, so, but I'm going to turn the camera around. We're just going to kind of go over this, and you know, if you guys got any questions, you can put them in the comments down below. You can also shoot us an email, or you can go on Facebook, follow us there, and check out, you know, if you got any other comments there. But if you are, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and share this video with your friends so they can see why this kayak is a pretty nice kayak and what we think about it. So,
all right, well, this is our bow mount here for the PWR. We utilize the handle. We utilize all their mounting points that they give us here in the front, which is really nice. We also just use the boss strap holes here just to kind of keep them filled in and just kind of just utilize that area. As you see here, we have a different configuration here for our screws here, so you'll be able, there's three different ways that you can mount your motor on here. You'll be able to keep it in the original forward, you know, the straightforward position, or you'll be able to angle it either way that you'd like. Just a little bit of cant so you can have your motor facing that way, or this way, just off to the side a little bit, just if you want to be able to get to your front a little easier or whatever. We just had a lot of people asking for that. So,
and that was mainly more towards like the old town or guys with pedal drives, you know what I mean? Like, and that the motor would sit back there. So, but I mean, you can do it on any of the, basically a lot of our mounts are switching over to that.
Yeah.
That design.
Yeah, and if you're watching this, we probably will be working on some of our other ones that will get this system updated on them very soon. I like this system here for the access for, you know, your wires, your plug, all that stuff. No more drilling into the front of the boat and, you know, worrying about all that stuff. It's really easy here. It's super easy access to it once you drill a hole or anything. So we really like that part. You know, Bonafide's got their hinge system here, which you know, they'll go either way. We got our in-hole plates here, so we have two different sizes. This one will go in the front here, and this one will go in the back. The reason we did that is because certain people just want like just something small mounted or whatever. We like having this panel here for our breaker panel and all, so it's accessible from so you can see it from the seat here. All of the fuse panels that we use have lights in them, so if you were to pop a breaker or fuse was to pop or anything like that, with just, you know, you're on the water, you're fishing a tournament, you want easy access, you flip this thing open. Why isn't my power pole working? Boom, you'll look, boom, it's this fuse here. Pop it out, replace it really quick, you're back on the water rolling again. So that's one reason why we like this one here. The rear plate, that's good for like your Panoptics box, your, you know, all your other little accessories and everything. We do not recommend, if you run a bow mount, putting your breaker in the front of the boat.
Yeah, for your trolling motor.
Not unless you have your battery in the front.
Yeah.
Always, the recommended is put your breaker right with your battery, as close as possible to your battery. It's just going to be a lot better. We've had a lot of people in the kayak scene burning plugs up that the bass boat industry has been using for
ungodly years.
And they don't work in a kayak, which is a shorter run than a bass boat.
Yeah.
It's just that we're not properly doing the install. So just that's one of the biggest deals, is not running big enough wire or putting your breaker in the wrong spot completely.
So it's getting way hotter up here, because if it was on top of your battery, where we put them as on top of our batteries, that's where we put them at. It's easy, but what's happening is it's not kicking, it's not picking up that amp draw, that quick amp draw, and it gets hot. So it's getting it all up here before it finally kicks.
Yeah. So your line from here to your battery is working as almost like a fuse in a certain point, because you got voltage drop from there to here.
Yeah.
So that's why you want to run as big of juice as you can.
Yeah.
Like we run 8 gauge up here just to run the graphs. So like if we were running this panel here, we would run 8 gauge from there to the back up to here just to run all this stuff, and then feed everything off of that. You can run your fish finders and all the other little small stuff that you're going to run in a kayak off of this fuse panel. If you hook it in, put all your graphs and everything in here, you don't need just a designated line just for your graphs at that point.
Yeah, and it's clear. Like we run it on our bass boats and on our Hobies. I mean, we run it, and I mean, especially with live scope, we know how important it is to not have amp draw or any kind of interference. And with the marine wire that we have, with the thick jacket on it, it keeps it from getting that interference. And plus, like I say, you have no amp drop whatsoever. I mean, it's clear. It's crystal clear.
Yeah. And another little aspect to know is if you are running your trolling motor and you are going to have like your fuse panel mounted in the front here, run one on each side of the boat. Keep them apart. Do not run them together.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to have your graph wires running right along the same path as your trolling motor wire, because you will get interference. If you notice a bass boat, their main power wire is on the right hand side, on the driver's side, and then their trolling motor is always on the left hand side. So this is how it always been.
Yep. And if you ever go to like a Bass Pro Shops or any boat place, just take your head, open the back hatch up, and see where their trolling motor breaker is at. 90% of the time, I guarantee you, it would be sitting right on top of the battery.
Yep, that's where they put it. And I mean, we've talked with several lithium companies, we've talked with several motor companies, and that's where they recommend it, right there. So when you got them people putting it up there in their front hatch or under their hatch where it gets hot just from the sun, and it's always kicking breakers and all that stuff, don't do that. That's a terrible mistake.
Yeah,
we still have to answer questions for people posting that on videos.
Yeah.
So, but
and we'll move out of that. Yeah. Moving on to the this is our fish finder mount here for the PWR. PWR. I'm right. We've got some different screw holes here. Just for this, we made it so you could use it on. Hopefully, we could use it on other kayaks as well. But right now, this was specifically made for this kayak at this point. But if you see this and you have a kayak, just tell us what the measurement is for your tracks, and we'll let you know if it will work or not. Or if you wanted to add tracks to your boat, of any type of boat, we could, that would work as well. But it's made for 2 graphs. You can through bolt this. You can put them here. You don't need any other type of graph mounts or nothing like that. You buy this, you stick it right on here. You can bolt it down and you're done. You don't need to buy this and then another $100 worth of stuff. You mount your 2 plates to this thing and you're done.
Yeah.
So that's hooking your wires up. You don't have to go through all the other stuff. So you can through bolt it. You can actually just you can screw it right in if you'd like. But I mean,
it's big an old kayak up. I mean, there's no flex.
Yeah. So I mean, it's very, very stout.
Also, we like say they got more of these all through the boat. What would we say was 5 of them?
It's 5 of them.
5 of them through the boat. Here, you got one under the seat. You got two under the seat. One here, one there, which would be great for like a switch panel or something. You want to do that, and then you got this one here. So it's definitely nice. They did a good job on that. I will commend them on that. They did a really great job for that. So, but moving back, got the regular dry pod.
Yep. Oh,
tried and true.
Here.
Yep. That's a pretty cool feature, especially if you, like say, you didn't want to do this, you want to mount your graph here. It's just things you can take out the boat. This, like say, this is easy to take off as well, but you know, it just been nice place to put your phone, put whatever in there. Most time mine was full of junk. That's what most of the time mine was full of.
Yeah, normally I mount my transducer in there, but the last couple I mounted the transducer in here, rolled the wires up, and then just ran the one line out and then into here, and just left this as almost like a permanent
deal
fixture in there. You were talking about this in another video about these, which we both had noticed this, that these lines here are really close to this, and the taller the person you are, the more acceptable this is to getting chafe, because it's all the way down here, because these are at a taper now instead of straight. So you're depending on, if you're a short person, you're going to be using your toes. If you're a long person, you're going to be using your heel. Or your rest of your foot to steer it.
I mean, it's a good concept. I do like it. But it just, and honestly, this is smooth. Not saying it will be an issue. You know, if happens to get anything could burr it up. You just gotta be careful.
We're just saying it could be a possibility. Just something to keep an eye on. And if you go all the way down here with it, the line would go inside of here then, because you're all the way down.
Yeah, and you'd have to really be careful.
So you just need to be mindful of what's going on there. But like the system here, these tracks and all, with these foot pedals, with the turn knobs here, that is money. Like I said in the other video, we use these on our Hobie builds when we do these, when people need like steering systems and all, we go with the Bonafide system.
It's just, it's metal. The plastic ones are okay. It's just, they got a lot of flex in them, when, you know, up and down flex in them, and I don't care too much for the plastic ones that much. And just these seem to slide a lot better for some reason. So, the other thing is the flooring in this boat. I love the deep channels, and it helps get that water out the boat. You know, I mean, it looks like James said earlier in the other video, it looks like they raised the deck up a little bit, because when you put bow mounts and stuff on it, because this is what this boat was built for. It's built for motors, basically. So when you put a bow mount on, you add that extra weight to the front, and you stand up, you get a lot more water in the boat. So now it seems like these are a little bit deeper, and you got more channel. So hopefully it'll keep a lot of the water out. We don't know. We haven't been in the boat on the water, but that's just looking at it. You know, it kind of gives me that new canoe feel, really, with the deeper channels. You know, so
that is definitely a new canoe feature.
But anyways, we got this one here. This is not built for the PWR. We were just taking stuff that we had for. This actually is for the new canoe accessory plate, but we were just putting stuff on just to see what all would fit and how you could rig it out, and you know, just different features, show people what all you can do. So, but
that's means so you can add another track or anything to that. And just, you know, you let your mind go wild over there. You can mount a fish finder off of it or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you have your get you a yak tack mount or ram mount or whatever you want, you know, and but also too, like this, you could use, instead of using this, you could use the cup holder to bolt it down. So you have your cup holder plus all your other stuff. So before we go over on James's side, we just want to go over the first one, because I think you're going to really like the second one. The first one's nice, but the second one's just got a little more features. So this is a PWR accessory mounting plate here. We got some tracks James is going to pull over here. So there is a track under here, but we wanted to do something where it's a little bit wider, give you more real estate to mount stuff, like guys like running, you know, your live scope stuff, and it's a little more stout, I think. But this kind of gives you an idea of how you could mount. And
you could mount 212s, you know.
I
mean, or you could just, you know, you could take the bracket for one of these, or you could actually screw through this box and actually mount this completely down to here, and it'd always be permanently mounted to here. Never have to worry about it or anything like that. Options, I mean, it's endless. It's up to your imagination, really.
I mean, because, you know, a lot of people like using the anchor trolleys, stuff like that. Now you got the ability, you can mount that right there to that, and you got a nice sturdy foundation. So it's really good. Let's go over here real quick and show you the other. This is the Mega. James named this one. This is the Mega
The mega mount.
Yeah.
It's like it's got you can do a little bit of everything with this one. It's just big. It takes up a little bit more real estate on the side, but it just gains so much more.
Yeah, you can do everything.
I mean, you can mount different things. I mean, you could mount the mounts. You could take these out if you wanted to and make a mount. You could have your mount go over top of them.
Yep.
We just figured we'd throw a couple holes in here.
Fits down here in the pocket.
Things for some tethers to have off of it. I mean, this is like a control center here. You know, when you're kayak fishing, this is your realm. You know, so having everything as close to you as possible. I mean, you could have 2 of these tracks like this, have 2
rod
holders on each side facing back and keep them close. So if you have, back issues or anything like that where you can't twist very much, this right here would be a really good option to be able to have, so you don't have to twist very far all the way around to get your rods or whatever like that. So like I said, we just wanted to leave them kind of plain. They're universal for either side, but we wanted, the kayakers to be able to make it their own, do what they want to do with it. I mean, everybody has something that they want to do, but we just wanted to make sure you had the real estate to do it.
Yep.
Like an Anchor Wizard or anything like that, you can mount that big boy right on here, and it's pretty much going to be game on. You know?
I mean, it's solid. I mean, you can pick a boat up.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally can pick a boat up with these.
I mean,
it uses all their contact points, all their their screw holes.
Even with aluminum, it wouldn't be any stronger.
Yeah. No, it's a stout. It's super stout. So that's a mega mount. Now, a lot of these products are already going to be on the website. The bow mount's on there. The mega mount's on there. The next product we're going to show you here with the battery, that's on there. Probably by the time you see this video, everything's going to be on there anyways. So, but yeah, so that's the accessory plate. So we're going to move towards the back here.
Yep. And here we just have just like a battery clamp, I would say.
We'll call it the lockdown.
Yeah, the lockdown. So what you do here is you just get your battery, like you get your battery, you set it up. Like if you use a battery box or you don't use a battery box, you can still use this. You just slide it up against your battery, tighten this down, get this to where it needs to be, and then you don't have to worry about this no more. It's going to come, we're either going to have an option where you just buy this, or you can buy it with the strap. It's just going to be like a pull type strap that'll go in here. You'll lap it over, you'll cinch it down on your battery, and then you just go fishing. Yeah. I mean, it's that simple, but this would keep you from having the battery just sliding all around and everything back here. We just made this little lockdown to lock it down.
And a nice thing too, they got these flat pieces here, so if you wanted to use like the Yak Tac through hole kit to run your wires out of, like it's right there.
Yep.
So
yeah, you can run them there. You can have them here. I mean, it's so many options. You could actually use this hole right here.
Yeah, you could use that too as well.
Just use that and just come right through the back side.
Yeah. I mean, basically everything on this boat, the way they designed it, you really shouldn't have to drill. You really shouldn't have to drill any holes on this thing. So, I mean, the only ones we have, like say, are our front mounts. You got to drill 2 holes to mount the mounting plate up front. So, I mean, not the in-hole mounting plate. But yeah, I mean, they got...
You could even mount something like this and put 2 more...
Rod holders.
Or you could drill the hole and actually put the rod holders in here as well. Like the tube.
This is a Jason Hensley boat. Jason Hensley brings all his rods. He's got like
a million rods. I mean,
this
here, we could make him have a lot of rods on this. Get him one of the big old boxes back here and have 75 rods. And
you could. I mean, you could really.
Yeah, I mean, and really and truly, that's. I mean, I carry about the same amount of rods.
Yeah,
so
we carry a lot.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, it locks it down. This is not a box we normally use. This is just a prop for the...
Yeah, we went and got this from the old Wally World. So if you go get the Wally World 27M box, it will not fit very good.
Yeah, you'll have to trim the handles up here.
So if you trim the handles off of it, then you have no way to carry it.
Yeah, that's true. So, pick your poison. But yeah, I mean, if you just wanted to run just a lithium back there, not a box at all, you can. But I mean, I think the other boxes will fit better. You know?
And like I said, if you wanted to, you could just have it where the box stays back here too. You're going to have a strap and everything anyway. You could,
Yeah.
just so you know, the Shoreline Marine, the handles is the only thing it touches. So if you do buy one of these, definitely a 29 box will not work, but a 27.
But this fits pretty, I mean, it fits good. Like I say, it's just not going back as far as you'd like because of the handles.
Yeah, it's just not sitting down.
Yeah. But anyways, you got that locks it down. And you still have plenty of room here for a big Yak Attack Pro Pack.
You could put the biggest black pack back here that you want and still have plenty of room, and probably have a little space for a little cooler.
Yeah.
You can have bring your snacks.
Yeah, you gotta have them.
Yeah.
So.
Yak and snacks go together.
That's right. If you ain't catching, you start eating. You know what I mean? But back to the channel, and again here they tapered the boat really good, so you shouldn't get a lot of water in the back part of your kayak.
Yeah, and there is drain holes underneath here.
Yeah,
and these run right to it. This part of it here seems more like a Hobie deal. The way that they have the floor tapered and everything to run water certain ways, really like that. It's like a gutter system. Really like it. I like that they don't have 1,000 holes in it either.
Yeah,
it's just very minimal amount of holes.
Yep, tapers down. And because the thing about if you really notice, like a lot of kayaks that have cracks, it always seems to be like somewhere in a scuffer plug. You know what I mean? So it's minimum scuffer plugs, but they got the water draining just right for it. So they got more, like I say, more track work back here. They got the nice deck mats already in it in the back for your, you know, just keep it quiet. Keep your black packs from moving around a lot.
The only thing I wish that they would, since they went ahead and ran a little bit of the, I wish they would have just done something.
Yeah, like another square right there.
It should have been. I would have liked to seen another.
Or one
square.
all the way around this.
Yeah, to kind of accent that, and just that way it sits down, and because your main parts are going to be, you know, your legs are going to be here, which I understand that, but it probably would have been nice just to have something here, because if you put a lunch box or anything else like that, it would have been nice.
Just quieten it down a little bit. So. Come to the back here, got some more track here on the side, just for like a mighty mount. I mean, not a mighty mount, but for a Yak Attack flag. And then got the new improved rudder system. That's pretty nice. I think it's a good rudder system. It seems to be. Like I say, I haven't been on the water with it yet, but it seems like a nice, from what we had with our natives and all that stuff, you know. So, but you want to go over these plates here?
Yeah, these plates are universal. They're just going to go back and forth. You know, this is your standard like power pole mounting holes here. So, of course, if you have a power pole,
Torpedo,
you can mount it right here.
Yeah.
But if you had that, you could use our mount, our non-actuated mount, to go here to be able to run your Torpedo or your Newport vessel and have your power pole all in the center. Or you could put it over to the side like the power poles or whatever. These plates, I wish that these were just a little bit bigger, and this will probably be modified, and this will probably be, you know, changed up very shortly. But just so we can give you more real estate to be able to do what I think you need to be able to do with these.
The problem he's talking about is, if you really look, these taper inwards here. So if you got your motor, we're worried about anything hitting.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of real estate here to give you those extra added things. So
to make it look right, anyways.
So we want to do something a little bit different. So that's what we do. We do different. So I'm gonna probably make something here a little bit different. But we just wanted to give people the option right now to be able to have some plate to mount back here that you could put whatever you really wanted to back here, and you could mount a power pole
Sideways.
Yeah,
that's what we like. You know, like you have them coming off the side.
Yeah.
But the way the holes are, it kind of messes you up. So
yeah. So
I don't know. It's just odd to me why they did it that way, and I'm sure they have their reasoning. I'm sure they have some kind of reason why they want to do that. But it could have been. I mean, really, it could have just been 4 holes all the way across the back.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Or at least had 2 of them that lined up or something.
Yeah.
But you know, we don't know all the reasonings, but I'm sure that it's a good one.
Yeah. So I mean, other than that, is that everything? I mean, did we cover it all?
I think so. I think all in all, I think the PWR is a really nice boat. I don't think it's a bad buy for what you get.
Yeah.
I think prices are high on everything now, so I think you get a decent boat, especially if you're going to power one.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a really good deal, especially if you want to get into it or you're trying to upgrade from a 127 or something like that.
I mean, the price point, I think, was it 18? Was it $18.99?
Something right around the $2,000
Yeah.
mark, you know.
Yeah.
Give
So
or
it's
take it's like $100 cheaper, or maybe $2.
It don't have that pedal drive price, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you got a lot of the features like you would have in like a pedal drive kayak, you know, like the Hobies and the Old Towns and all that. It's a really thought out. I mean, they kept. Sorry for the helicopter noise in the back. I don't know how loud it's going to be in the camera, but they kept a lot of the Bonafide lines, you know, and that design. So you can see a little bit of native stuff in it, which we know they're, you know,
native, and this is
native,
kind of a little bit of a Hobie keel on the front.
Yeah, it's got a lot sharper keel on it now. So, I mean, they still got that Bonafide hull, you know.
Yep.
So I'm sure it's gonna be really stable. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, I think it's a great kayak. I'm excited to maybe try to get out on the water with one time to see how it paddles. And
oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, the 127s was kind of a barge to paddle. I mean, it wasn't bad, but you know, we've paddled a lot of different kayaks, so when you do that, you kind of know, like, man, this one is tough to paddle.
Yeah.
But you know, we did that paddle years ago. That's what got the business going. We did that paddle years ago, up 3 miles up a river to a magic hole,
And we about died.
and we were about dead.
Well,
So
yeah,
after
we were a lot more out of shape than we thought we were.
so after that, that's when motors started coming around on for kayaks for us. So, anyways, guys, I mean, that's our kind of review, our take on the PWR. It's
Products.
new products that's out. So make sure you go check them out at oneobjectivebf.com, and then also hit the subscribe button for here, and go check out One Objective Outdoors. I'll have a button here that you can go and check out One Objective Outdoors. That's where all our fishing content's gonna be, all our outdoor content. We're trying to get into filming hunting, but we got to see deer to kill anything. So
Yeah, I mean, you actually need to go hunt.
yeah, you got to hunt too. So
yeah, you got to hunt before you can film. To be able to kill something.
So,
but we're working on it.
Yeah, we're getting it. We're getting there. But other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tell your buddies, share it, and
that's it. I hope to see y'all in the water or in the woods or
wherever we may see you.
you know, for one, whatever. But we'll see you.
See you guys.